Welcome back, everyone, to another week of the Daily Dizzle. Got a lot going on this week, so we're going to try and make the episodes a little bit shorter. So let's jump right into the box office report for the weekend, courtesy of Box Office Mojo. Number one, Snow White and the Huntsman ended up opening to $55 million, which is huge, almost twice as much as we predicted. Compared to last week's Men in Black opening, it actually still had a higher number, and that's without 3D, so it had an even bigger attendance. Not only that, it was the fourth highest opening of the year behind the Hunger Games, Avengers, and Lorax. Should end up finishing its box office run with around $150 million to $200 million. Rounding up the top five, in fourth place, Battleship had another drop around 60%. Ended up making less than $5 million for the weekend. It is now going to be tracking behind John Carter for the year, so it will take the crown of the biggest box office bomb of 2012. In fifth place, The Dictator dropped around 50%. Also under $5 million for the weekend. Now on to some big movie news coming out from Fox. They've set some release dates for some of their big movies they've got in the works. First, Memorial Day 2014, we'll see the release of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Of course, they rebooted the franchise with Rise of the Planet of the Apes last year, and this is going to be the follow-up. Also later in that summer, July 18th, 2014 is when you can expect the sequel to X-Men First Class, with the same development team and cast. Matthew Vaughn's returning to direct. He did an awesome job with the last one after doing a great job with Kick-Ass, showing that, hey, he might be the next Christopher Nolan in the way of comic book movies. And while it's great to hear of these new movies coming out, the most exciting news of the batch to me personally is the fact that next summer, on July 3rd, they're going to be having Independence Day re-released into theaters in 3D. I have fond memories of seeing the Wednesday night screenings of that when it first came out. It was awesome. I'm going to relive my childhood again. Some people might be like, oh, 3D conversion of a 2D movie, it's going to suck. Now, I haven't seen the recent 3D re-releases like Star Wars or Titanic, but I did see Lion King and Beauty and the Beast, and for 2D animated movies that were released so long ago to be converted over, I was blown away by the results. So I'm sure Independence Day is not going to suffer at all in the conversion. Anything might actually be an even better action movie that you can go take your kids to and then relive how awesome it was. Sure, the Apple and Mac shit might be dated in it, but it's still a great movie. That'll close out today's Daily Dizzle with a follow-up from a story we told you about last week. Terrell Owens definitely didn't want the Allen Wranglers to get the last word in with the whole, oh, you didn't show up to the kids' practice? Yeah, you're fired, dude. He apparently has gone on record and saying, hey, I talked to the team publicist. They admitted there was a mix-up with the dates. This is bullshit. They better apologize to me, and they better give me $160,000 for the 4 games that I didn't get my checks for. Currently making $40,000 a game to play there. That's not like the money he was making before, but that's still pretty good. On top of that, he gets 50% from the merchandise and the concession sales and all that, and he still owed that from his time on the team. So he's saying, yeah, you guys apologize and give me that shit, or Tuesday I'm going to be taking your ass to court. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out, but I'm sure we will have a follow-up on that later in the week. So for today's Daily Dizzle, that's all the time we've got. Hopefully you learned something new, and hopefully you found something that you enjoyed. Hopefully you have a reason to come back. Speaking of which, if you have a YouTube account, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on the screen. Easiest way to keep up on the Daily Dizzles Monday through Friday as they come at you. So that's it for today. Thanks for checking us out. Hopefully we will see you back here Tuesday, where you can get more. Your Dizzle Daily. We'll see you guys back here then.